Good morning. Today is Friday. So today we are at a place called Croft Trail. Okay. This is on the south side of the town. I do believe that this is part of the South Swindon Mountain Bike Trail, which I think goes for about maybe 3, 4 or 5 miles or something. Obviously I'm not going to do all of it in one bite. I did some the other day, which was about maybe only about half a mile, 3/4 of a mile, but this stretch here is kind of an interesting stretch because there's a lot of twists and turns in it, and I'm not sure how the DJI Neo is going to handle it, because I'm going to try and get it behind me and try and get it in follow mode. I may have to alter the distance because at the moment it's on far. Okay, if I go around a twist or a turn or a bend or something, it might lose me, so therefore I may need to alter it so it's a bit closer to me, so that'll be on medium. So I'm suffering with a little bit of, let's say, saddle sore. My backside hasn't got an awful lot of padding on it, so the ride I had the other day certainly is making my backside a little bit tender, let's say. Anyway, I'm not going to let it put me off. I'm going to enjoy my little ride out here with the doggies today. I think parts of this video are going to be sped up maybe 2 or 3 times, mainly because I'm not the quickest of riders. I like to ride around these places and really just take my time and see what there is, really. There's plenty to see in here. I think there was a study out some months back, and I think there's an advert running on the UK TV saying that 20 minutes in a place such as this per day, it works absolute wonders for a person's mental health. And if we need any kind of help regarding our mental health these days, then now is a really good time that we need it. So here we go again then, guys. Another little flight in the woods, see what we can see. The wonderments of nature, I hope. We'll get filming. There we go. Right, let's have a nice little slow glide through this lovely little woodland on the south side of the town. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, this. I do like doing what I do in the woods here. And who wouldn't, eh? Right, into the danger zone we go then. There's lots of things to, I suppose, run into, isn't there? Just got to be a little bit mindful, I suppose, of the area, but we're going to have a little scout around. Good old Randall's is in there somewhere. Oops. Anyway, so I had a busy day yesterday, so there was no video to be made yesterday. I had a gutter cleaning job to do, a fascia clean, and it went really well, to be fair. The clients were very happy with
landing.
Oh, hello. Don't want to land. Well, I'm a bit low here, so I need to just be a bit mindful of my height. If you get too low to the ground, then it's going to want to come down. Anyway, just nav our way through this little gap and try and get into an open space a bit more, let's say. Oh, encountered something there. There's a bit of a track there for mountain bikes or mountain bikers to go around. Got one or two little interesting places to go with my bike, let's say, and my drone following me, so just be aware that there are some more interesting videos coming up on my channel, so you might want to maybe hit the old subscribe button. Not that I'm asking anyone to really do that, to be honest, because to be honest I like my channel being nice and small and neat and tidy, and I just like to do what I like to do. I think the danger can be is when you get lots and lots of subscribers, you're then pandering to your audience rather than doing what you actually want to do yourself, and I think that could be a danger. So with my little channel, I just like to do what I like to do, and if people don't like it, then you know, YouTube's a big old platform. There's plenty of other stuff out there people can go and look at. This is not everyone's cup of tea, I get that, I understand that, but this is just what I like to do, and if people gravitate towards this kind of a thing, then you know, I'm very happy about that. Anyway, yeah, so I had a busy day yesterday doing elderly ladies cleaning their gutters out and cleaning their fascia boards and the soffits, and she was really happy with that, and she tipped me very well. She was very happy with the service which I provided. And more work is kind of coming in as well, so that's really good. Right, let's get back into the wood, shall we? Let's see what we can see. You know, this really is nature, I think, kind of at its best in a way. Just flying through a woodland somewhere in England, you know, and you might see something interesting, you might not, but to me, just seeing the trees and the, you know, the bushes and whatever else just going by nice and slowly, this just really does put me in a place of relaxation. And as I said earlier, I think the way things are at the moment, the world, let's say, I think we all need to be in places like this, don't we? There we go. Lovely, isn't it? Really nice place. It's a bit difficult to fly around. You need to be on your flying metal. You need to you know, keep your eyes open, let's say. Any lapse of concentration will see this drone probably hit the deck or do something you don't want it to do. But it's really just nice to be part of this, really. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who would agree with me on that one. There's a bit of water down there, so I'm not going to risk it. Drones and water don't necessarily go together very well, unfortunately. So I'm not going to tempt fate. It's a matter of keeping this thing in a fairly straight line. Right. Just going to go this way slightly. Yep. Back on me again. Nice little flight, 49% battery. I think we can probably maybe do that again, I think. Right, we're going to belt it into the unknown, let's say. Flying by the seat of your pants. Oh dear. Straight with some water, I think. Still. Right, okay, let's just have a look, see what's down there here, shall we? Try and navigate through a few little gaps. Whoops. There we go. So if I do go a bit quiet, guys, it's because I'm kind of concentrating on the job at hand, trying to keep this thing in a fairly flyable state, which is sometimes a little bit of a challenge. You know me, I do like a challenge from time to time. Have a little look down here, shall we? See if we can see something interesting. Oops. Flying it through the gaps, or maybe not so. Right, okay. I think we've had a bit of a coming down, which is a shame really. Try and take it off, but it's not having it. Okay. All looks okay, no damage to the props, no damage to the gimbal. This thing is pretty much indestructible. Okay, let's try this again then, shall we? We've got about 31% battery power, enough for maybe another 2 or 3 minute flights. So what we're going to do, we're going to take her off. And we're going to get filming. There's a little bit of a gap there, so I'm going to aim for the gap. Oh, hello, there's some water down there, so got to be a bit mindful of that. I'm sure we'll be okay though. It's probably not a good idea to go out onto a golf course. It's probably would anger maybe 1 or 2 golfers out there. They might come stomping over after missing a 2.5 foot putt. Try and nav our way out of this little piece of wire wool, shall we, and see if we can get back into some kind of an opening. You can always find a gap. Oops, there's something there, some wire I think. You can always find a gap if you take your time, especially with this little Neo. You haven't got to go belting it around, you know, like a mad thing, because if you do that you are going to come a cropper. Believe you me, I know how that feels. I've done it many a time. So just by taking your time, just by Maneuvering this little chap through the little gaps, you can normally find a way through, but you just got to take your time. Oops, some wire there again. I think there's some wire down below there, so I've got to be mindful of that. You don't really want to be flying into that. Okay, so we've had a bit of a coming together. Right, never mind. Will be the first time and it won't be the last time. Okay, so we have found a little fella. There we go. Okay, right, so yeah, all is good. No damage, no problems. I mean, you've got to be really, really unlucky to damage this thing. I mean, the amount of protection which it offers around the props, and to be honest, the gimbal's fairly well guarded. You've got to be really, really unlucky to damage it. It's an absolute warrior, this thing. The best £300 I think I've ever spent. Okay, so we found ourselves another little trail. Not been on this one yet, I don't think. Going to be heading down that way back towards the car. I've got a little droney behind me. There's about maybe 5 or 6 minutes fly time with it. We're going to see how far we get. I might need to speed this up double speed or thereabouts, because this I think is quite a long ride.